Met in Marion County earlier today to discuss an important issue affecting everyone in the state. Our Emily McNamara attended that event and explains.
Agencies from all over West Virginia met in Fairmont today to discuss human trafficking across the state. They talked about different warning signs and what protocols to take when you suspect someone is a victim of these crimes.
We're all coming together to really collaborate effectively to address the service gaps that we're seeing within the community so we can ensure that no victims are falling through the cracks and we're really able to pinpoint what is going on and how we can help.
Advocates for domestic violence and other official departments gathered to discuss a multidisciplinary approach to human trafficking. Officials from all entities talked about how they can work together to help end this modern-day form of slavery.
It is one of the most underreported crimes, right? We know it's happening, but we just don't have those statistics that let us know. And it's one of those things that can go across all genders, all sexual orientations, all minorities, marginalized populations, so it can happen to anybody.
Katie Spriggs is a director of one of the agencies in the Eastern Panhandle who spoke about Human Trafficking 101. Her main message was to help people recognize that you may actually be working with someone in this situation without even realizing it.
Most of the audience already works with victims of domestic violence and sexual assault, but when asked, they say, no, we don't work with victims of human trafficking, but they probably do, and they just haven't noticed it. So to get them to see red flags, to ask the screening questions, and then once they figure out that they have a victim, to know what to do and how to help them.
Agencies across the state from the same area were encouraged to talk at the end of the event about how they can work together in saving these people's lives from these situations.
We can provide shelter, we can provide crisis intervention, safety planning, and then basic life skills. So we can help them get a job, we can help them stay employed, help them with transportation.
After the informative messages through speeches and videos of survivors, the goal was to get a better understanding of how to realize who is a victim of this crime, so the state of West Virginia and the nation as a whole can ultimately help.
It is happening, and we need to be able to address that and kind of figure that out, like how that looks, how we need to respond, and that way we can have kind of like more updated reporting numbers for that.
If you suspect someone is a victim or participating in any of these crimes, call your local police department or 911. Reporting live from the web desk, I'm Emily McNamara.